Hello and welcome back to Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade. Y'all, we are here. We are officially starting season 2 of my little podcast, my little space to chat with y'all and to share what I'm learning, what I'm going through in life, lessons I have, advice, favorites, just about everything, my process. I've been looking forward to this, and I was like, August, new month. We have 5 months of the year left, and it's just the perfect time to bring back the podcast. If you didn't know, I have a whole season 1 you should go binge listen to whenever you want some advice. But I did a thing. I decided to write a book. So I'm an author too as well. I can add that to my resume. I wanted to write a book because I was listening to the podcast season 1 and realizing there's so much like on all of these episodes, these topics that I just need to dive into. And I wrote a book. And it's filled with, advice. There's affirmations, but you can get it everywhere on Amazon. I'll put the link below in the show notes. I think it should work. But if the link doesn't work, just search Lily Kincade or Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade season 1. And here's the book. But I wanted to do something special and do a giveaway for the listeners of this podcast. So I'll do one on Spotify and then I'll do one on YouTube. But all you have to do is comment if you're in the USA only for the book. I think I'm only able to send it in the USA, but comment your favorite part of today's episode, and I will be putting all the random comments into a little generator and picking a person to send a signed copy of the book to. But you can always get the book. It's available on ebook. You can get hard copy. You can get paperback. It's so cool. And I'm just like, this is so fun. When I started this podcast last October, it was one of those moments where I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to do a podcast for forever. Like, I was like, oh, I would love to do this. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do it myself? I have I'm a songwriter, obviously. So I'm like, I have the microphone, I have the setup, I have the headphones, like I know how to do it. Why not just do it? And I just did it. And I did not plan or expect that I would be an author by doing that. But, life takes mysterious turns. And so I'm just so excited. I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you for coming back. And it never doesn't like it. I'm trying to figure out how to express this. There's not a day where I'm not so grateful for you guys. And just, I sometimes will just be thinking or driving and just sitting and being like, I just feel so grateful that you guys have trusted me and allowed me into your hearts and into your lives. And I don't know, it's just a really cool feeling because I just feel so honored. Mainly, I see it as a responsibility and an honor. Like, I'm honored that you guys are coming to me for advice about life and boys and school and career and friendships and all of the above. Like, I just feel so lucky. And I feel like my purpose on earth is to be a encourager and a leader and somebody to help inspire you, and somebody to show you that, you know what, your vulnerabilities are superpowers. Who you are, all the weird things that make up you is actually like the stuff that makes you that nobody else has. Those are your superpowers. And so, yeah, sorry not to get too emotional off the bat. It's just the Pisces in me. But I just wanted to say that because I truly am so thankful for you guys. And not a day goes by that I don't sit in awe of what I get to do. And, even with music, okay, we're getting all of our, all of the things we need to talk about before we get into today's little topic rant. At the beginning, I have a new song coming out. It's called Got Old. It's one of my favorites. I wrote it by myself on this piano you see right behind me if you're watching the video. And it comes out August 23rd. So 2 weeks. We'll have a couple more podcasts before then, but I'm really excited for this song. I just love this song. It's one of those songs where, you finally are realizing that you are worth more than what you've been settling for. And, I think we all feel that way a lot of times, and it's just a really good song. And it's not super sad. It's more of like a, think like POV, you're driving off after you just broke up with your ex, and you're driving off as the sun sets, the windows are down, and you're just like, you know what, on to new things, on to a new chapter. Very end of summer, closing August vibe. So that's why I was like, it's the perfect song to release. And then, you guys, I'm working on the next song I'm releasing after Got Old, and it's going to be so fun. This one's a happy song. Me, a happy song? Yes, occasionally there are some fun songs, but I've been shooting the cover art, and you guys know me I'm a fully independent artist now. I'm managing myself, and it's challenging, but it's also, I'm ready for this next chapter. I'm ready, and this is look, okay, there we go. We are tying in the topic. I have not me getting emotional. Today's topic is do what you can with what you have. And this is like the perfect little segue. What I was going to say basically about the music too is pre-save link. I'll put it below. Hopefully you can pre-save it, get your friends to pre-save it. I'm really excited. Got old it's real simple, baby. You just got old. So maybe we'll do a topic about, like, I don't know, knowing when it's time to leave something. Maybe let me know. Also, just in general, let me know in the comments, in the show notes box, if there's anything you want me to talk about. Or you can always DM me on Instagram. Always. I'm here. It's me doing it all. I see it all. I love y'all. Like, truly chatting with you guys, and like every single message that you guys send me. I've had people be like, I listened to your podcast a year ago and it changed my life. And I literally start crying, happy tears. So please, like, never feel like you're bothering me. I'm here for you. I love communicating with you. I love talking to you guys. But what I was going to say is, today's video, do what you can with what you have. And you know us, we start every single podcast episode with a little quote, and I want to read you the quote, and then we're going to get into this because it does tie into my music. And I think that's why I've been thinking this a lot, and I've been, talking about this with friends, and I thought it was the perfect first episode of season 2. So the quote I have today is from Theodore Roosevelt, and it's, do what you can with what you've got where you are. I'll say it one more time. Ready? Do what you can with what you've got where you are. Let that sink in. I'm going to let that sink into you guys. But it's so true. So like I said, with me and my music, I, no matter what it is, I mean, me personally with my music, it's like, it can be discouraging. And I'm not going to lie, we keep it real. Stream Real by Lily Kincade. We keep it real. There can be times where you see people and you're like, well, this isn't that good. Like, I don't have this. I don't have this good camera for cover art. All I have is my phone. I don't have the best, don't have the best sound. I don't have the best this. I don't have enough money for marketing. And it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, there's always going to be people who have more than you. There's always going to be people who have it better than you. And you know what? There's no use in sitting in that feeling of like comparison. It's not, what are you doing to live out your purpose by doing that? Nothing. And if anything, it's going to just make it harder for you. And it's been very interesting because I'm seeing all this, and I've always been somebody that's like, okay, I'm going to do what I can with what I have. But I think there have been times where, you're in that mindset for a little bit, and then you kind of like, you lose momentum, you get to the sticky middle, and you're like, oh, I don't really want to do this. I'm tired, whatever. And I'm making a promise to myself, like, especially with my music now in this new phase, managing myself, making my first debut album independently. God told me and was like, do what you can with what you have, and then I will give you more. Think about it. It's almost like being responsible and being a good steward with what you have. And it sounds so basic, right? Do what you can with what you have. But why? We never follow it. We never follow it, right? We never follow it. We save our things that we have. We live in this scarcity mindset a little bit sometimes. Not we, but I mean, in the past, you know what? We don't anymore. But I remember in the past, feeling like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to, that's too good. I don't want to put it out if it can't be huge and I can't do a huge music video. But it's like, you know what? Why are you holding that in? Why are you holding that in? Do what you can with what you have. And so for me, I have amazing people around me. I'm pretty creative. There's a lot I can do. I can do what you can with what you have. And so with my music, that's specifically kind of what I've been instructed to do. And so I'm about to start putting out music and no stopping. And so I just kind of wanted to talk to y'all about that today, because this is just your sign to don't wait for that perfect day. And this also goes into the topic of kind of, it is the scarcity too, but it's also like, there's never going to be a perfect day to like wear your fancy perfume or wear your fancy clothes. Like, you have to just appreciate everything that you have in the present moment and make the most out of it. Whether that be, for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make everything to the best of my ability. And I'm going to do what I can with the songs I have. I'm going to do what I can with the relationships I have. I'm going to do what I can with the fashion I have. I'm going to do what I can with my creativity ideas that I have. Like, whatever it may be, like, do what you can with what you have. And I don't know, it's so basic, but oftentimes the most basic things are exactly what we need to hear and are exactly what is true. Right. Even in a sense of like, okay, maybe you don't have a lot of time and you're trying to work out, you want to take your health seriously, like, do what you can with what you have. You don't need 2 hours to go to the gym every day. Like, if you only have 10 minutes before school or 10 minutes before work or 10 minutes when you get home, work out for 10 minutes, do a little 10-minute at-home workout routine, walk around your house for 10 minutes. Like, I oftentimes would stop myself in the past because I used to live in this mindset, and I still do a little bit. I'm working on more balance and not the extremes. But I used to be so extreme where it was like, well, if I can't journal for 30 minutes every day, I shouldn't journal at all. And it's like, that's not a good mindset to live in either. If I can't study for an hour, I'm not going to study at all. It's like, no, I actually think that you should just do what you can with what you have. If you have 5 minutes, 5 minutes is perfect. If you have 10 minutes, do 10 minutes. Like, do what you can with what you have, and don't ever feel like it's not enough. Like, some of us feel like we're too much. Some of us feel like we're not enough. I'm here to tell you that, neither one of those are true. You are who you are, and you are unique, and you are enough because there's nobody else like you. Even if you feel like you're too much, even if you feel like you're not enough, that's not the reality. That's a feeling. And like I've said in previous episodes, feelings are not facts. Feelings are just feelings. And you know what? The beautiful thing about feelings is we get to feel them. So feel that feeling and then let it go, because the truth is you are special. The truth is you are unique. The truth is there's nobody else like you. And sometimes you just have to do what you can with what you have. It also helps make your story unique, whether that be a creative goal. It's like, even for example, when I wrote this book, y'all, I've never written a book before. I'm a songwriter, so I know how to write, but I did not know how to write a book. You want to know what I did? I went on TikTok and I said, how to write a book. And I watched some videos of people being like, okay, go into Google Docs. You're going to formulate it like this. You're going to go to Amazon, Kindle, whatever. And I just learned it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I can with what I have. I had spell check. You guys know I'm not the best speller, but spell check's got me. I had spell check. I had Google Docs. I had TikTok. I watched some YouTube videos for some advice, and I did what I can with what I had. I designed the cover myself. I just, played around with Polaroids, played around with writing different things. I did what I can with what I had. And yeah, am I going to make even better books one day? Yes, but this is my first book, and I'm proud of myself for starting somewhere. And so I just challenge you, like, if there's anything you want to do, I want you to use what is at your disposal. And oftentimes too, I know the grass, we always think the grass is greener, but the whole phrase of that saying is like, the grass is greener where you water it. And I totally believe that's true. It's like the grass is greener where you water it. If you do the most that you can with what you have right now, you're going to end up getting more. It sounds silly, but I'm telling you, it's like if you invest the money that you have now instead of trying to like make more money and do all this, you're going to end up making more money. If you invest, if you study with the little time that you have now, you're going to end up being so much smarter. And like, then it's going to like, it's wild, but I'm telling you, if you are a good steward and you use what you have, God will bless you. God will bless you. God will bless you. I'm serious. Y'all might be looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, it is the truth. If you say, for example, in friendships, if you have a couple friends and you're like, oh, I really want more friends, I want a big group of friends, water those friendships. Do what you can with the friendships you have. Really invest in them. Really encourage them. Start, showing up and being the best friend that you can be. Show up and give your 100%. And if you water those friendships, I'm telling you, you're going to have an abundance of people want to be your friend. Not saying you need to be friends with all of them, but I'm telling you, if you water the season you're in, if you use the relationships that you're in and really pour your energy into that, that's a secret. That's a secret. Do what you can with what you have. Do what you can with what you have where you are too. Because we often think, I think about this too. Like, we often think, oh, like, but it'll be so much easier when I have all these things. Not really. Sometimes I really love forcing myself to be creative and work with a limited budget, work with limited time, work with limited ideas, because it actually helps. Like, even for me, I'm like, okay, when I'm shooting my singles and when I'm shooting my cover art and stuff, I'm pretty much doing it myself and then having amazing friends help me. And, there's really cool stuff I could do, but if I had this huge budget, but also it's kind of fun because I'm like, okay, this is what I have. I have Polaroid film. We have some cool locations. We have some cool outfits. How can we be creative? Like, it almost makes you more creative when you're limited because you are able to kind of like think outside the box. And I don't know, I really like that. If you're ever like struggling with that, give yourself like, when you tell yourself, like, when you give yourself parameters, it is really fun because you start to like get creative. Like, even for me with this, I was like, I gave myself parameters. I was like, I'm going to do what I can with what I have. And I wrote this book, but I gave myself parameters. I was like, okay, you have this much time to write the first draft. You have this much time to do that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get creative. I'm going to be watching some TikTok videos. I'm going to figure out how to make a cover art. I'm going to do some Canva. You know what I mean? Like, do what you can with what you have. And I promise you, like, you're going to be rewarded for it. If you have 10 minutes, exercise for 10 minutes. If you only have a couple of random ingredients and you want to learn how to cook, start with the basics. Use what you can use what you have. and make the most out of it. And I don't know, I just felt like this was a perfect thing to kind of rant about. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this topic too. And like, please always, literally always, I want this to be a conversation between us. And, you know, it's interesting. I just thought this was the perfect thing because it's, you know, do what you can with what you have. That's the mindset I'm taking with me to the rest of the year. And I don't know, it's just very fitting. It's very fitting. And I hope it's something that, you know, you can take with you as well. And that's just kind of the mindset I'm in. Doing what I can with what I have and really learning to appreciate the moment instead of always looking towards the future. I feel like in the past, I used to be somebody who would really ruminate. I would really be hung up on the past. I would really be still hurt about someone that did me wrong. I would really still be mad or still be sad. And I recently have been like, you know what? Just praying. I'll just pray and I'll be like, I want to release this sadness that I feel towards this person from an event that happened in the past. Yes, I want to feel it, but I want to let it go. You know, I don't want to still be thinking about the past. I want to release and not be ruminating on that. And, you know, so I want to be more present. We're focusing on being more present, right? And so like, you don't want to be in the past and you also don't want to be in the future, because if you're in the future, you miss out on the beauty that's all around you and the beauty of the present moment. Because the truth is, we do not know how much. I always say like, life is long, but we don't know how long. Life is long, but we don't know how long. And so just trying to make the most of every single moment that you are in today and do the most with what you currently have, and not waiting for, oh, I need this much money, I need this luxury to feel confident, I need to drive this car to feel confident. It's like, no, you know what? Those things will happen. If those things happen, that's great. But I want you, and we're making a promise, pinky promise, we're making a promise. We are making a promise to do what we can with what we have today, because if we steward the things given to us wisely, we will get more. But don't wait. Start today. That kind of sums up the new mindset. But that's just the mindset I'm carrying in with me to the next we have 5 months of the year, you guys. That's hardly any time. Let's make the most of it. Come on. We're going to get to 2025, and I think that we can make these next 5 months some of the best months. And I think they're going to be even more productive, even more fulfilling, even more fruitful than the past 7 months of the year, if I'm being honest. But that's my little rant for today. Thank you guys for watching the first episode of season 2 of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade. Make sure to comment if you're in the US, your favorite part of this episode, and I'm going to be picking a winner from Spotify and a winner from YouTube to mail a little signed book. And you can also purchase this too, but I'm just going to like sign and write little letters to the 2 winners. But I'll also do more giveaways too. So let me know if that's something you would like. Let me know if there's any topics, anything you want me to discuss, anything, any tea, anything you're struggling with, because guess what? We are meant to do life together. Life is not meant to be done alone, period. Okay, we have to end the episode by saying the affirmation from my 2nd grade teacher, Mrs. Goncher. Are you ready? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love y'all so much. Make sure to subscribe too as well. It really helps. Really helps. Give it 5 stars. Thumbs up it. Make sure to pre-save Got Old coming out soon. And I love y'all so much.